I'm Mark, and this is The Country Life with Columbus Mark, where I try to bring you a lighthearted look at life in the country. And you know, every year I struggle to get my Christmas tree picked out, decorated, looking just right, and I think this year it's a masterpiece. But you know what? Even though some of you might be jealous, you have not seen anything yet. I'm going to introduce you to a couple, Bill and Sandra Montgomery, who every year transform their house into a Christmas time showcase, and it's called the Christmas House. This is Bill and Sandra Montgomery, and they have been running this place for nearly 50 years. Is that right?
It will be 50 years next year.
Next year, so this is the 49th year.
That's right.
And did you run it during the pandemic? Did you still have people come through?
Oh, yes, we did.
You couldn't stop that.
I think we had more come through because they probably wanted to get out, and so driving in the car was the better way to go.
Absolutely. And you started this because was it your dad, your parents started this?
We continued this from my mom and dad. My mom and dad started it like in 1973, and it started out small and a lot of handmade things, and eventually just grew and grew, got more and more, bigger and bigger.
And just 2 hours from now, this place is going to change.
That's right, it will. It will come alive.
It will come alive. And how many people do you think will be through here on a given night?
We don't really have
Nope.
a tally for that. You know, I've put a construction cam out one time, and just one night on a weekend that was closer to Christmas, seems like there was like 1,100 cars come through. And, you know, you say 2 or 3 people times 1,100, that's about 2,200, 3,000 people.
At least, and I'm sure some are back a second night and a third night during the season.
Yeah.
That's true.
And one of the amazing things is you do this out of the generosity of your hearts.
Yes.
There's no charge to come through here.
That's
None.
correct.
Right. And people could drop off a donation if they wish, but you don't ask for it. There's, nothing says stop here, make your donation before you leave or whatever.
Yeah.
No, there isn't.
There's a box out there. If anybody wants to help, that's fine. If they can't afford, that's fine too.
And people can't imagine unless they walk around this place or drive through how much work this takes. But you start this, you store the things after this current year, they're stored. But let's say, when did you start getting everything out of the boxes and making inventory for this year?
It usually starts the second Saturday of October.
And you get it open, you hope by
We're open Thanksgiving night.
Thanksgiving night. And you're going to run through New Year's Day? New Year's Eve. And then got to take it all down.
Yeah.
Now, some things you leave up. Some of the big exhibits or things.
No,
pretty
typically
much
not. The only thing that we've left up the last couple of years might be the icicle lights on the barn and the star, and
The garland around the arches on the porch,
on the front porch, and that's about it.
And so this place is so well known. You're even on Google Maps as the Christmas house.
That's right.
So, was this your house, Sandra, growing up? Was this where your family lived?
My great grandfather built the place, and he and we called her Manny, lived here, and then their daughter took it over, and her husband passed, and she lived here, and I think some of her children and grandchildren, I'm sure her children lived here, but I think she had a couple of grandchildren that lived here for just a little while. And then when she passed, it stayed vacant for about 3 years. And then my mom and dad, which was relatives of course, they bought it and started redoing it. There was no bathroom. There was a lot of work that had to be done. And so yes, we moved into this house when I was like 15.
Okay. So you've been here how many years now?
Well, I'm giving away my age.
Okay, don't give away your age. So we know the Christmas house has been entertaining people or making them feel good or whatever you might say for 49 years this
That's
year.
exactly right.
And every year you usually do something new, don't
Try
you?
to.
Yeah, we've got new additions this year, and we can't wait till next year. It's the
You already have
50th.
ideas?
Oh, son,
50th.
it's going to be great.
50th, that's right. We have to
It's
come
gonna be
back.
great.
Can you give us any hint? Probably no.
One little hint we will give
No, give it
is,
away if you don't want to.
is we are going to pull out some of Dad's things that he had years ago, and I'm in hopes we can have one little section that will be some of the old things. We already have some of his things still going.
Yeah, there's several things that we still use that James and Doris did, like the lamp post with the lanterns coming up the drive. That was James that started that. There's some flat Christmas trees down here at the church scene that are municipality decorations. Those were his.
The whole church scene was his.
Yeah, the whole church scene was his. All the carolers and Jesus, all of that.
Did he make those pieces or did he buy those pieces?
Well,
He
the
made-
carolers, we remade those, but Jesus is original from whenever they had it.
And he made the church, and he had a man. I think the man was from Chesney do Jesus, and then the carolers he had cut out, but I have repainted those in later years.
Well, we
And-
actually made a new set a few years back.
That's true, we did.
Just
And
padded them
the
out.
Ferris wheel was his originally. So, and there's been some things that he had that we had to repair a lot of.
I'm sure.
And so it's been ongoing.
And I remember when I did a story with you for the magazine a while back, you talked about like things have changed from the old incandescent bulbs to LEDs. So
Right.
are there any old type bulbs out there still?
There's 2 topiary trees on the front of the house, on the front porch, that have incandescents because they're twinkles. And the twinkling twig trees, say that real fast, that are on the left when you come in the driveway, those are incandescent. That's it.
Yeah, well, it's a lot to keep up with.
Yeah.
That's right.
And I've seen their barn where they store some of this stuff. It's box after box after box, shelf after shelf after shelf. You get some relatives and friends to help you do this, or
Yeah, we've got our daughter and son-in-law and granddaughter help. Sandra's brother and his wife, Terry and Patty, they help. They also help with design features and the like this year, we'll get some pictures for you of the nativity scene. We've got 2 shepherds that we've added. We've added all these sheep out there, and that all 4 of us played a part in that.
so you talking about living sheep?
No, these are just
Okay. Cardboard.
cardboard. They're wood.
We used to have a couple donkeys out there.
We had
animals.
donkeys out there, and we've also had a couple of live sheep out there, and since we've had to have them put down, and
The sheep.
Yeah, not
the sheep,
Yeah.
yes, not the donkeys. We still have the
We
donkeys.
still got the donkeys. We gave the donkeys this season off.
Okay, good for you. Gonna get them ready to go for next
Yeah,
year.
after my surgery, I felt like I wanted to have a stress-free season. So
Yeah, I am taking care of animals. And folks watching the video can't see their 23-pound cat on the floor here, but we need to get a picture of him, Josh. Josh is his name?
Josh,
Yeah, we need a picture of Josh. So, anything else you want our viewers to know about you, the Christmas house, the tradition?
Only that we love it. Mom and Dad loved it. We love it, and we love giving back to the community and meeting new friends that this brings in. And it means a lot to us, and we just hope that everyone that comes through is blessed and enjoys what they see and hear.
And this is a tradition for people for decades here.
Yes, it has
Their
been.
grandkids and kids and other
yeah,
relatives are
we
coming.
get comments all the time on Facebook about my parents used to bring me here, and now I'm bringing my kids. And,
So is your Facebook page called The Christmas House, just so we can see
yeah, the
people there?
Christmas house in
Okay.
South Carolina.
And
One of the fun things, we talked about family helping out, but we got friends that help do the decorating as well. And we all just have a good time while we're doing it. We joke and kid around, and it's fun to do it together. It really is.
So just make the young kids not get so nervous. You have your daughters or people thinking about taking over whenever it's your time to
Well,
rest?
we sure hope. We have 2 daughters and we have 3 grandchildren, and now one just married in September, and we're in hopes that there will be one come along that will just sort of gravitate to it.
But until then, you're going to keep this going.
We'll try to as long as we can.
Well, I know everyone appreciates it.
Yeah, the promise I made James was that we would do it as long as we could physically do it. So
And
we're trying to hold to that. So,
well, Sandra and Bill, thank you so much for helping me with this video. I'll put the info below the video so people can find where it is and get hopefully not too many more to come out here. But it's worth. You can see it from the interstate, but you got to drive through to appreciate it.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you so much.
thank you.
Thank you.
So that's the Christmas house. Bill and Sandra's wonderful home that they open up to the public every year. You need to come by. It's amazing. I'm Mark. This is The Country Life with Columbus Mark. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, all those good things. Come back often. Welcome to my neighborhood at the Christmas house, Inman, South Carolina. Tell us a little bit about Josh.
So this is our big boy Joshua. We call him Josh for short. He's got a sister who is about a third his size. It's a calico, and we got both of them from the what was it?
Foothills.
Foothills
Humane.
Humane Society, and he is 10 years old this past October.
I can hear him purring from here.
And he weighs about 24 pounds, and he loves to eat. Don't you, boy?
He looks like he has a good life.
Yeah.
All right,
If there was a Garfield cat, this is Garfield right here.
Josh, you got it made.